Miss Harris, do you mind if I ask your client some questions? If there's any question that I ask that you object to, just say the word and I'll stop it.
No objection to questioning Ms. Norfolk, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Norfolk, the person, Nicole, that sent you the text, have you received any other texts from that person? For the record, I can't hear you, but you're shaking your head no. One second here. Miss Coyle, do you have any other criminal history for Miss Norfolk?
Your Honor, not that I am aware of. This is a 2021 case.
All right. One second. All right. After reviewing the little bit that I have as far as case history and hearing from the defendant, I am going to reinstate the original bond of $20,000 personal. I think I have an idea of what happened here, but I'm not for sure. But I believe that this person named Nicole comes out of the office of the attorney assigned, and that attorney is in a pretty high, has been in this court for the last 2 weeks on another case that it doesn't seem to end. So I'm going to reinstate the original bond at $20,000 personal. Miss Norfolk, how are you related to the victim in this matter, Tanya Norfolk? I'm sorry?
My mother.
That's your mother? Well, while this matter is pending, you got to have no contact until this matter is resolved. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. No weapons as well. And Judge Burton, do you have another date?
July 3rd and July 10th, both in front of Judge Giles. Probable cause July 3rd, preliminary examination July 10th, both in front of Judge Giles.
Now, Miss Norfolk, I gotta tell you, you're gonna get those dates. If you get another text about a changed date, you better double check, because I'm gonna be in a hard position again to do this. You understand? All right, July 3rd, next day before Judge Giles.
Thank you, Judge Williams, for reconsideration.
Thank you.
You guys got any more?
That's what I have. Yeah. All right, thank you, Judge Williams. That's it.
All right.
Thank you, Judge Williams.
Okay.
Thank you. Magistrate, there's a APA waiting in the waiting room to come in.
Oh.
Aaron Wilmouth.
Okay. All right. It's been a busy morning. Aaron Wilmouth, can you unmute, turn on your camera, please? All right. Thank you. Count Aaron, Miss Aaron Wilmouth, I must apologize. I removed you because frequently we get photobombed and from people with all sorts of names. So in the future, if you're logging on to not only my courtroom, but any courtroom, it will help you put down APA Aaron Wilmouth. Okay, can you unmute? Okay, I can't hear you. Ms. Wilmouth, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I promise I'm not photobombing you, and my apologies. Good morning.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. What case are you here for, ma'am?
I'm handling the arraignment for Jones.
Okay, we'll get to that in one moment. We've got a lot of people ahead of you.
No problem.
All right.
I'll hang tight. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, are we ready on the hospital arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Give me one moment. I'm very, very popular today. A lot of people. Sergeant Pianessa. Sergeant Pianessa. Okay, we'll do with that. Okay, Mr. Barnes, unmute, state your name for the record.
Ramon Barnes, Your Honor.
All right, this is case number 250-583-5201, Precinct Michigan versus Ramon Barnes. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Shai, P number 81798, on behalf of Mr. Barnes, who waits for more reading, understands his constitutional rights, stands mute.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Barnes. Bond recommendation?
Your Honor, in this matter, the people are recommending a 75,000 cash surety bond, and based on the allegations here, I don't see a criminal history for Mr. Barnes, but I do see is what predatory nature of the contact that he had with Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins is now the current boyfriend of Mr. Barnes's ex-girlfriend, and that this is all captured on green light video at the gas station. The officer describes it in the IR as the defendant gets out of the car with a gun in his hand, racks the gun. He punches the complainant, gets into a fighting stance. The complainant, who is a valid CPL holder, shoots the defendant in the leg. The defendant then fires his gun at the complainant. There were casings found at the scene, 4 40s and 2 9mm. People believe, based on the confrontational nature, even though he doesn't have a criminal history, that he is a danger because he hunted him down based on no reason. And this is all, the evidence is great. Not only do we have the witness of Mr. Collins and the girlfriend, but we also have it captured on green light video. Thank you.
Response?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 34 years old, and as we just heard, in his 34 years, he has no criminal history whatsoever. You just don't wake up at 34 years old and decide to be an assaultive person or go shoot somebody, which he didn't shoot anybody. He's in the hospital because he had to get surgery for gunshot wounds from the complaining witness, because the complaining witness, Robert Kahns, is who shot him. And, you know, in the report, there's conflicting things. In the report, it indicates that on green light video, that my client moves the gun from one hand and doesn't shoot him, doesn't threaten him, allegedly punches him. My client indicates he didn't touch anybody. Yet when they talk to the complaining witness doesn't talk about that. He doesn't say I got punched. He doesn't say I got punched or nothing. Probably because if you get punched, you don't shoot somebody back. If you don't shoot somebody who is punching you. You don't bring a gun to a punching or fist fight, Your Honor. So there's conflicting things, paragraphs right after another, because he doesn't say he got punched. He says he pulls out the gun, here's Iraq, so he shoots him, and then he leaves. And this woman that's in the car with him, that is the witness, who is the ex-girlfriend, has hired multiple people to threaten not only my client, but his mother and his wife. And there is documentation of this. My client has made several police reports against this because this woman has been hiring people to threaten my client, to say these words specifically, "We going to get you," texting that from Google numbers and private numbers, and calling and saying that when he picks up. So the predatorial person here is probably the woman in the car who makes this guy shoot her ex-boyfriend. Who's in the hospital? My client. Who's injured? My client. Who fired a shot? The complaining witness, Your Honor. So my client has no history whatsoever, not on probation or parole, nothing pending, just lost his second job because of this. That's how he supports his 8-year-old daughter. He lives with his wife and daughter, a lifelong resident, no capious history. So I think here the person who should be in front of you is the actual person who shot at my client, and not my client who has been getting threats and has people getting hired against him to threaten him and his family. That's very scary, Your Honor. And he's made police reports. That's what he's done. He's gone to the police. He did the right thing. He documented all this, and he's told them multiple times that him and his family are being threatened. So there are two sides to every story. We weren't there. If my client had some criminal history, maybe this would be a different way. If he hadn't reported what there was happening, it's different. But I'm asking for a personal bond. And if the court is not inclined to give him a personal bond without a tether, I don't even want to ask for that. He got shot in the leg. He needs physical therapy to start walking again. He's not able to walk there. That was confirmed by him there, the officer there in the hospital. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a high personal and no contact, and he's going to be getting a PPO against the witness here because he's gone to the police and the threats have become real and he actually got shot at, Your Honor.
You said he lost his job?
He has lost his second job now because he's been in the hospital for 2 days getting surgery after being shot.
So he has no job now, is that correct?
Correct.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. You lost your second job, but you have 2 jobs?
Yes, I still have one job.
Okay, so the job that you still have, what are your work days and work hours?
It's caregiving, so it's 30, it was like 40 hours a month for different clients.
Okay. All right. Court haven't heard an argument as to bond. The facts of this case are very, very peculiar to this court. The investigator's report alleges that Mr. Barnes cut off Mr. Collins, got out of his vehicle, and then with a gun, does not shoot the gun, but an argument could be made that he carried it and approached it in a threatening manner, and then physically assaults Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins thereby shoots Mr. Barnes because I believe one can feel reasonably threatened if you're cut off, your girlfriend's ex-boyfriend approaches the vehicle in a threatening manner with a weapon and an aggressive, and then allegedly has some assaultive behavior toward the complaining witness. So an argument can be made, I'm pretty sure it is, that Mr. Collins acted in self-defense. So notwithstanding the fact that Mr. Barnes does not have a criminal history, on a certain level, he was the aggressor in this situation by allegedly cut him off and approaching the vehicle with a weapon, which can be threatening, can be perceived as threatening by any means or measure, by any reasonable man or woman would perceive that as a threatening situation. Does not appear that Mr. Barnes is a CPL holder, but the complaining witness was. And so the court, considering all the totality of the circumstances, I believe emotions are running high because I'm just guessing that he saw his ex-girlfriend with her current boyfriend and somehow he got triggered. Notwithstanding what Ms. Shive represents in terms of the threats or whatever, this is a toxic situation. And I'm afraid of it escalating even further. And this occurred just 2 days ago. Yeah, he may not have a record, but he does carry a gun, at least in this incident, when he's not illegally allowed to. I'm not sure whether they were stalking or he just happened to see the complaining witness, but nonetheless, there's a lot of intent that can be inferred here, given the cut him off, approaching the complaining witness with a handgun. I agree with Mrs. Coyle. I do find that he's a danger to the complaining witness, notwithstanding the fact that he got shot. And so I'm going to give him a $75,000 cash surety bond. No contact with Robert Collins. He was able to post bond GPS tether, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. Although I wasn't there, an argument could be made that Mr. Barnes was stalking the person, but that all come out later on in later court dates. But an argument could be made to that effect. I assume this is an unaffordable bond?
It is, and I just want the record to reflect that the people out there threatening and shooting people are out free while my client is in a hospital with a $75,000 cash bond. People who actually have police reports against them and people who actually fired a weapon. Just so the record can reflect who's out there on the streets still being a danger and who's locked up in a hospital on a $75,000 cash.
Well, that may very well be true, Ms. Shive, but the person that allegedly shot your client is a CPL holder. Your client isn't.
But if my client
And
was a
argument-
CPL holder, it doesn't change because we have CPL holders, and if they allegedly shoot somebody, we've made those arguments. And the fact is, it doesn't matter. Just because you're a CPL holder doesn't mean you can shoot people and be out and free.
Okay, that may very well be true, and I don't want to go back and forth with this with you, but I'm saying the complaining witness is a CPL holder, and the facts and investigators report that your client was the aggressor. So those are the reasons why. If he was in fear of being threatened, one would think he would go the opposite direction and go far away from the complaining witness. But it doesn't appear to be that fearful of this situation. So those are the reasons I find that he's a danger to the complaining witness. Bond redetermination will be Monday, June 30th, excuse me. 9 a.m. from the Chief Judge Mechanical. Probable cause July 7th, preliminary examination July 14th. Both in front of Judge Giles while his case is pending, sir. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with Robert Collins. Mr. Barnes, do you have any questions regarding the bond conditions and no court dates?
There's no personal. It's not 10%.
No personal bond for you, sir, today. Upon your bond determination. No 10% today. Your attorneys will re-argue for your bond, 10% and or personal bond on Monday, June 30th, okay?
Am I allowed to say anything?
Do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates, Mr. Barnes?
No.
Is that a no?
Yes, that's a no.
Okay, so you don't have anything to say or no questions. So have a good day, sir.
I was going to ask if I could say something, Your Honor.
Ms. Shive.
Well, sir, you have a right to speak. Just be mindful, prosecutor's on, and it's all part of the record.
Okay.
You still want to speak?
No, sir.
Okay, have a good day.
I have an ankle injury, so I'm not being disrespectful.
Sorry?
I'm sitting, I have an ankle injury, I'm not being disrespectful.
Oh, okay, no problem. All right. Who's next? Mr. Watson?
Judge, we've been waiting for a breakout room, I think.
For who?
Mr. Nowicki.
Oh, when were you going to tell me?
I thought I told you.
I had 3 breakout rooms going on simultaneously, sir.
That don't mean I didn't tell you.
Well, I didn't. More importantly, I didn't hear you. How about that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got
Okay.
you. Whenever you are ready, Your Honor. Whenever you are ready.
Okay. Mr. Nowicki, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with you, Mr. Reagan.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Give me one moment. All right, Mr. Watson. What's your name for the record, Mr. Watson?
Calvin Watson.
This is case number 250-452-7201, Peterson, Michigan versus Calvin Watson. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Jessica Shive, on behalf of Mr. Watson, who has full reading, understands his constitutional rights and stands.
All right, the court will urge not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Watson. Bond argument?
Your Honor, he's being held on another bond. He was arraigned on a B&E building. This is Calvin Watson, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So in this matter, Your Honor, the people, that bond is, as I read it, 50,000 cash surety with a tether. No objection to, this case, though, I'm sorry.
This has a KPS bond set by
KPS.
Judge Bryant, yes.
Yes, a 1,010%. He had a failure to appear the day before. Now, I don't know if he was in custody at that time, so I guess I should let defense make their argument first, because he may have been in custody because he was arraigned on the 12th of May, given a $5,000 personal bond, and then he fail to appear on the 24th. He may have been in custody, so I will defer to defense to make their argument first.
Thank you, Ms. Coyle. So, Your Honor, he was actually arraigned here yesterday up from DDC. So he was standing in front of this court yesterday, which is why he got that capias. The capias is from yesterday, June 25th, entered by Judge Bryant 1,010%, because he was supposed to appear there, but they did not know that he was at DDC being arraigned here. He got arraigned here yesterday.
And they didn't let them zoom into Judge Bryant's court?
No, they didn't. No, he was being arraigned here. He got arraigned here yesterday. He got a $50,000 personal bond.
Okay.
And so that's where he was at DDC.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. $1,000 personal bond in this matter. No contact with Sanaya Sloan, Heaven Watson, Nevaeh Watson, Chantel Robinson. Pre-trial July 8th in front of Judge Bryant, Mr. Watson. Do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court date, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Step aside, please.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
we are ready on Mr. Westbrook, who's a walk-in. It should be really quick.
Okay. All right. Mr. Westbrook, step up. Mr. Reagan, are you done?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, Mr. Westbrook, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice tie, sir. Give me one moment. My apologies, sir. The morning arraignment docket is frequently busy. All right, state your name for the record, Mr. Westbrook.
Stanley Westbrook.
All right, this is case number 250-568-5401, Peterson, Michigan versus Todd Stanley Westbrook. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Jessica Shive, on behalf of Mr. Westbrook, who has formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, stands being present in the courtroom.
All right, the court will not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Westbrook. Judge Jefferson set a $2,500 10% capias bond for Mr. Westbrook on April 25th of this year. My records indicate he's posted that.
Correct.
That bond will continue. Probable cause July 3rd, criminal examination July 10th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Mr. Westbrook, do you have any questions regarding the court dates and or bond? All right, no contact with the shade address where this incident allegedly occurred. All right, have a seat, wait for your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Reagan, who should I do next?
Judge, you want to do Mr. Nowacki, Your Honor, we can do that right now if you want.
All right. Bless somebody.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Nowacki. You have some traffic matters in which you failed to appear in court for.
That you gotta bring them out the breakout room. You gotta bring them out the breakout room.
Problems. All right. All right, good morning, Mr. Nowacki. State your name for the record.
Nicholas James Nowacki.
All right, sir, you have some traffic matters which you failed to appear in court for. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants for arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside these arrest warrants. Your postal bond in each of these misdemeanor matters that carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. Can't afford an attorney. One will be appointed on behalf. The tickets are P1122407, entering a vacant dwelling without owner's permission. Ticket P1122521, failed display of valid operator's license. Ticket P1127781, failed display of valid operator's license. Ticket P1221907, valid license not valid. Ticket SP1498531, narcotic drug related violations, and ticket U665-06023. Walking the street when a sidewalk's provided. And these misdemeanor cases, you're given a personal bond, no dollar amount. Your pretrial will be July 11th, 9 a.m. in front of the successor to Judge Millhouse, the visiting judge for Judge Millhouse's docket. Is that clear, Mr. Nowacki?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, now to your main matter. It's case number 250-553-8201. Police of Michigan versus Nicholas Nowacki. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Nowacki, we waive the formal reading, stand mute. He's been advised of his rights.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Nowacki. Final recommendation from the people.
Recommending a personal, he's an MDOC prisoner. His earliest release date is May of 19th of 26. So no objection to a 5,000 personal.
Okay.
No objection.
No, $5,000 personal bond, Mr. Nowacki. Probable
Yes,
cause
sir.
July 7th. Preliminary examination July 14th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court dates, Mr. Nowacki?
If we could just continue to do them on Zoom, I would really appreciate that.
Well, since you're going to be locked up for a little while, I think you got no choice on that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Latanya Parker.
Yes.
State your name for the record, Ms. Parker.
Leah Parker.
All right. This is case number 250-563-8901, Peace of the Michigan versus Latanya Parker. Appearances, please.
Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Christina Harris on behalf of Latanya Parker, who stands mute, waives the formal reading of the complaint, and Ms. Parker has been advised of and understands her statutory and constitutional rights.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Parker. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, she is also an MDOC prisoner. Her earliest release date is not till October 3rd of this year. No objection to a 5,000 personal.
Any objection?
No objection to the recommendation made.
$5,000 personal bond, Ms. Parker. Probable cause July 3rd, preliminary examination July 10th. both in front of Judge Giles. Do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court dates, Ms. Parker?
No, Your
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Are we ready on Mr. Berry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Berry, state your name for the record.
William Berry.
This is case number 250-583-5601. Proofs of Michigan versus William Berry the fourth. Cases, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Christina Harris on behalf of William Berry IV. He stands mute, waives the formal reading of the complaint, and Mr. Berry has been advised of and understands the statutory and constitutional rights.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Berry. Bond recommendation from the people.
People are recommending, I understand it's non-assaultive, Your Honor, but people are recommending a 10,000 cash surety tether house arrest if he is able to make that bond. Officers tracked this stolen car he was getting in and out of. He possessed a key fob to it. There was a stolen gun also found on the front passenger seat. He has many recent convictions, a 2024 prisoner possessing contraband, which he got 2 years probation. So I assume he's still on probationary status. He also had a 2024 RCSP over 20,000 under HIDA status. He also had a 2023, which he had 3 years probation, but this is under HIDA status. B&E building 2 counts, UTA 2 counts, RCSP motor vehicle, MDP over 1,000, and a fleeing elude 4th. As I said, they're all under HIDA status. Based on his record recent and the nature of this case, people believe not only that he's a danger, but he is a possible flight risk. So for that reason, I'm requesting that tether as well. Thank you.
In response, Your Honor, Mr. Berry has no history of not coming to court or missing court hearing dates. He is employed at a landscaping company. He states he has a child on the way and he is really trying to get back to work so that he can prepare financially for the child that is on the way. He works in landscaping Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. He's a GED holder and he will return for all future court hearing dates. We're asking for a personal bond in this matter. Thank you, Your Honor.
He works, what, 6-7 days a week?
6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 9 a to 5 p. For landscaping companies, this is a busy season.
Nine a.m. to 5 p.m.?
Yes, Your Honor. Monday through Saturday.
Okay, let's listen to Leslie Curl on Monday, June 23rd at 4 p.m.
I was just going to say.
Those are the work hours he has indicated.
I don't doubt that.
Your Honor, we really don't know, in all honesty, whether he has a KPS record, because most of his convictions were under HIDA status, so none of us can look at them. So that's why the tether is important in this matter.
Okay, I was pointing that out. He has a GED. Does he work for what type of landscaping company does he work for, or does he work for himself?
We can inquire. Mr. Berry?
I work for a landscaping company called FTK Landscaping and Contracting, and actually, since I've been home, I actually started my first business, which is called All in the Family Landscaping. And you can look up FTK.
All in the Family what?
Landscaping. So I'm starting my own business after, like, pretty much since I've been working. I've been learning the ins and outs of my job, and since I got my GED, I've been very educated in business aspects, and that if I actually put my mind to it, I will actually be able to change my history, because obviously I have a terrible history, but I'm actually working towards making it better. And if I was able to make bond, I would be able to bring proof that I actually started this business, because it is filed with the Michigan It's filed with
When did
Michigan.
when did you establish and file this business?
In February of 2025.
Your Honor, I just looked at his driving record. He has a suspended driver's license too.
Okay. All right, court haven't heard enough argument as the bond. I'm not going to give you a cash bond, but I'm going to give you a $50,000 personal bond, GPS tether house arrest. You've got a lot going on here, and I can't make heads or tails as to what is what. But I think you need to sit down for a minute. I don't necessarily give any credibility to your work hours or to how you're working or whatever. If it is true, what you tell me that you set up a business or whatever, I applaud that. But short of giving you a cash bond, which I think is warranted to a limited extent, you got a lot of contacts with the criminal justice system. I think you just need to sit down and have some moment in the house and prepare for your child and have some time for reflection. Probable cause July 7th, no examination July 14th. Also, while this case is pending, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. In addition, no driving. Mr. Berry, do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, Dearborn.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the PCC
All right.
date.
July 7th, July 14th.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen at CJC, what is your name?
Waverly Solomon.
Mr. Solomon?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Solomon, you have some traffic matters in which you failed to appear in court. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants for your arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside these arrest warrants. Your personal bond in each of these misdemeanor matters. It carries a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed on behalf. The ticket is P1161551, driving a registered motor vehicle, and driver's license never required. Pre-trial for this will be July 11th, 9 a.m. in front of Judge Roberta Archer. Is that clear, sir?
Yes.
All right, now to your main matter. It's case number 250-455-0801. People State of Michigan versus Waverly Solomon. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Christina Harris on behalf of Waverly Solomon, who stands mute, waives a formal reading of the complaint. And Mr. Solomon has been advised of and understands his statutory and constitutional rights.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Solomon. By recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, he's on a remand status right now for a felony murder case set for pretrial tomorrow before Judge Nick Hathaway. He also has a jury trial set for July 21st. They should
No
be
objection
separate.
to the recommendation made.
All right, Mr. Solomon, $5,000 personal bond. It looks like you're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Excuse me, pretrial, July 7th, in front of Judge Bryant. No contact with Mr. Bosnack. Mr. Solomon, do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court dates?
No.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, DDC, can I ask a favor of you? DDC, can I ask a favor? Is anybody there for me to ask a favor of?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can we do Sherman Jones and the two Joneses? Can you bring one on the female side and one on the male side? Can we do those two together?
Hey, for Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Sir Jones. Medicaid. Go get Sir Jones.
And some Sambagita Jones as well for the female side. So you can do those both together. Who's the attorney? You don't know where it went? Did he give anybody his card or anything? Don't know he was here on the case? Okay.
But I asked him to follow him here.
All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Ethan Jones.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Sherman Devon Jones.
Okay. Did either of you retain an attorney?
Yes, sir.
What's your attorney's name?
Vincent Hadash.
That was him. All right, where'd he go? Give me one moment. Your attorney was just in the courtroom. We gotta locate him.
Your Honor, I'll
Was he
take a look out in
representing
the
both of
hallway
you?
for him. I'll take a look out in the hallway for him.
Thank you. Was he representing both of you or just one of you?
Just Mrs.
Okay. All right. Give me one moment. He may have been in the bathroom. Okay, I apologize. Ms. Jones, your attorney stepped in and we cannot find it.
Okay.
So can we pass on these two matters until we can locate him? All right, so Mr. and Ms. Jones, step aside, please. And
Sir.
DDC, mail side, we go straight down the list.
Copy, Your Honor.
Thank you. My apologies. He was just in here and I thought he just stepped outside. We cannot find him. Need tethers for attorneys now.
Stand on the black line, state your full name.
Jordan Linnell.
What's your
Rutland.
name?
Jordan Linnell Rutland.
All right, Jordan Linnell Rutland. This is case number 250-455-3201. Peace of the Michigan versus Jordan Linnell Rutland. Appearances, please.
Please the court, people.
Christina Harris on behalf of Jordan Rutland, who stands mute, waives a formal reading of the complaint, and Mr. Rutland has been advised of and understands the statutory and constitutional rights.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Rutland. Final recommendation, Mrs. Coyle?
Recommending a 10% with a tether. In this matter, there's 2 counts of domestic violence, 2 different people, Ms. Lippitt and the child. This occurred 2 days ago. There's 2 allegations of 2 times of assault where he grabbed her, she bit her lip, she injured herself when she fell. Officers did observe that injury. He then returned later and punched her in the shoulder, pulled her hair, and punched her while she was allegedly on the ground. The reason I'm asking is that he has a past history for violence. I see under HIDA, he had a 2012 unarmed robbery, also a 2016 UNP. As an adult, he had, as a juvenile, he had in 2007 an aggravated assault, as well as a 2010 unarmed robbery. I see as an adult, he had a 2016 counterfeiting, fleeing the third, and RNO. For those reasons, Your Honor, we're asking for that 10% bond, and of course, no contact. Thank you.
Ms. Harris?
In response, Mr. Rutland understands the severity of these charges. He has no history of not returning to court or not being where he should be. He works on a full-time to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday, or Monday through Saturday, but every other Saturday. So Monday through Friday, 1 week, Monday through Saturday, the alternating week. He is respectfully asking to not lose his job. He wants to get out so that he can work. He won't have any contact with the complaining witness or the witnesses or the location of this alleged incident on Regent Drive. He will go and live someplace else. He has another place to live with his brother. He won't have any contact.
Hold on, Ms. Harris.
All right.
They don't live together, do they?
No, he lives on a different street.
I have his address on Regent.
But that he does not. But he states that he lives on a different street. I'll call it East, beginning with an E.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I got it confused. So they both live together on Regent, but he said he doesn't live there. Is that correct?
That he will go stay someplace else while this matter is pending.
We were not living
together.
together.
I misread the investigator's report. My apologies.
Mr. Rutland does want to say something. I caution you about saying anything having to do with the.
Oh, me and her been together for 10 years, but I'm paroled at my brother's house. I live with my brother. Me and her do not live together. We was visiting.
Your Honor, I do see he is on, when he talk about his address, he is on federal parole right now. I don't know, I don't have PACER, but he is on supervised parole.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Ms. Harris.
I await the ruling of the court.
Oh, I thought you had some more argument to the court. That's all.
No, thank you.
Because I cut you off. So my apologies. Okay. And Mrs. Cole, you said he's a parole.
That he works.
Yeah, I did get that. But Mrs. Cole, you said he's on federal parole?
That's correct.
And what type of monitoring, if you can answer either of you, what type of monitoring is he on with respect to federal parole?
Just regular reporting.
It says that he's it just that he has to report to his parole or probation officer within 24 hours.
Okay.
Does not say anything else as to that, the lien. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ms. Harris, does he need a one-time visit to the region address to get his personal belongings?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rutland, I am going to give you a personal bond with a GPS tether. A $50,000 personal bond, GPS tether, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. I hope that does not interfere with your work hours. If so, let me know.
His work starts at 6 a.m. So maybe 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Okay, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. with curfew. You're also not to possess any handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. I'll allow a one-time police escort visit to the region address to get your personal belongings. No contact with Ms. Lippett. No contact means just that, sir. No phone calls, text messages, emails, handwritten letters or notes, or contact through third party. The report indicates that you have children in common. How many? And what are their ages? Can you unmute him, please?
Mr. Rutland, did you hear the court's question?
Yes, I have one child. I have one child. One.
How old is the child?
7.
7 years, 7 months, 7 days?
She's 7 years old.
Okay. Is there a circuit court order or court order with respect to the custody?
I got custody of her.
Is that via court order?
No, I have full custody of her. I have all full guardianship of my daughter.
All right. All right, pretrial will be July 7th in front of Judge Garrett in person. Mr. Rutland, do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates?
Sir.
All right, step aside, please.
John Smith.
This is case number 250-583-4301. Please submit to Mr. Deshaun Smith. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Christina Harris on behalf of Deshaun Smith, who stands mute, waives a formal reading of the complaint, and Mr. Smith has been advised of and understands his statutory and constitutional rights.
Court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Smith. Final recommendation, Mrs. Coyle.
Recommending a 5,000 personal. This is not assaultive. I'm not aware of a criminal history, and he was not the person they were actually looking for in the double shooting, per the OIC note.
No objection to the recommendation made.
$5,000 on a personal bond, Mr. Smith, while this case is pending. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. Probable cause, July 3rd, in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination, July 10th, in front of Judge Marlena Taylor. Please step aside, sir.
Brett. Michael McGrath.
This is case number 170-616-0501. Houston, Michigan versus Michael McGrath. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Christina Harris, on behalf of Michael McGrath, who stands mute, waives the formal reading of the complaint, and Mr. McGrath has been advised of and understands his statutory and constitutional rights.
The court ordered not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. McGrath. Bond recommendation, Mrs. Coyle.
Your Honor, this dates back to 2016, although very serious allegations, Your Honor, based on the seriousness of it and that it's caught on video and somebody watching it. No objection to a $50,000 personal bond. No contact with the complainant, Ms. Edwards.
No objection to the recommendation made.
$50,000 personal bond, Mr. McGrath. No contact with Michelle Edwards. Probable cause, July 3rd. Preliminary examination, July 9th. Both in front of Judge Jack Kay. Mr. McGrath, do you have any questions regarding the bond and or court date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, step aside, please. What's your name, sir?
Duran Stevens.
What's your name?
Terrence Duran Stevens.
All right, Mr. Stevens, you have some traffic matters which you failed to appear in court for, sir. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants for your arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside his arrest warrants. You approach the bond in his misdemeanor matters that carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed on your behalf. Give me one moment, please.
Yeah.
All right, one moment. I'll be right back. Okay, Mr. Stevens, as I indicated, you have some traffic matters which you failed to appear in court for. The ticket is P1112243, driving unregistered motor vehicle. Pre-trial, strike that, driving unregistered motor vehicle.
People.
Waives a formal reading of the complaint, and Mr. Stevens has been advised of and understands his statutory and constitutional rights.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Stevens. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, I do understand this case has some age to it from August 30th of 24. My understanding is that Mr. Stevens was discharged from parole July 25th of 24. So a month right before this occurred, allegedly. He was in prison for a carjacking. This is Mr. Stevens is to the complainant, Ms. Glover, her child's father, and that it was caught on